is United Kingdom Talk with Chris Reardon.
Morning, gang. Here we are. September nearly over. It's Tuesday, the 29th of September 2020. Good morning to you and welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Bracknell in Royal Berkshire. Anyone see BBC Breakfast Time this morning? Oh, I mean, the fact that Naga wasn't on there, I almost switched off immediately if Naga's not on there, darling. You know, there's some other unprofessionals on there. Amateurs, dear. Amateurs. Where's Naga this morning? Perhaps she's on holiday somewhere. Huh? Or making some sort of tweet that she's not supposed to be making or something like that. No Naga this morning. It was the blonde bird. You know, a bit amateur, really. She was nearly in tears. And why was she nearly in tears? I'll tell you why. Because there's an old man on there. 75, 80-ish, I would say. And he has dementia. And he can play the piano. And similar to myself, he can play by ear, although a lot better than I. I'm not very good, really, playing the piano. I kind of get by just about doing the quiz night and playing the organ at church. But he was given 4 notes. You can give him like 3 or 4 notes, and he can make an entire composition out of it. And it was really something to watch this morning. It was about 10 to 5 to 8 this morning, just before the 8 o'clock news. So I don't know if anyone saw that this morning. What a wonderful thing to see in the morning. And usually, you know, at that time we've got, well, actually we did, you know, he had dementia. Usually at that time they've got someone on there with something wrong with them that they want to talk about. And oh, here we go again, you know, someone with one arm or... you know, no disrespect to disabled people, someone in a wheelchair, someone who's got COPD, there's always someone on that round about that time who's got some depressing story to tell. And I don't want to see that in the morning. I want to see something happy, dear. That's why we look at Naga. Look how much she smiles at those wonderful politicians that she interviews every morning, don't you think? So if you get a chance, go back on the iPlayer and watch the elderly man playing the piano this morning. It was something else. Thanks so much to Peter Wright, who's already sent in a £2 super chat this morning. There you go, a little tip for £2 there. 305 and 306. I'll give you a couple of free raffle tickets for the raffle, which is on Thursday. Okay, there's the prize. It is that actual one you will be winning. Why is it that one? Because there's a battery in that at the moment, and by Thursday I'll know if it works or not. We don't like to send out broken products, dear, of our very, very high class gifts and prizes that you can receive exclusively on this channel. George Bond don't give away anything. He doesn't give away, not even snotty tissues. He gives nothing away, George Bond. Gary Owen, I don't see any prizes. Oh, no, I tell a lie. He does a raffle on there. He does a raffle. Let's have a look. Who else? I don't know who else. I'm not sure, actually, who gives away prizes and who doesn't. Jim Davidson doesn't give away prizes. I quite like his channel. He's just awful. He's not awful. He's very, very funny. He's very funny and very honest, and that's all you can ask from someone, really, is it? To be honest. You know, even if you upset people, just be honest. Just be honest. Now, I'm going to be honest about this, right? As a child, I received wonderful birthday presents and Christmas presents from my parents, as I'm sure most of you did. Some people are not so lucky. They don't have such a good childhood. They have, you know, parents who perhaps are not as nice as mine certainly were. But we had wonderful presents and gifts over the years. My favourite being a Hornby electric train set when I was 16 years old. And I actually have the train here. This was part of the train set, the little coal things there as well. Hang on, it's on the other side, isn't it? The little coal things on there as well. And this was my 16th. It came with track as well and controllers and things like that, you know, and carriages and what have you. And that was my 16-year-old present. Princess Victoria from Hornby. I opened it and round the little thing it went. It was just blooming wonderful. It really was. That was my favourite ever gift. The other years, a bike, and I don't know what else actually. Meccano one year. All sorts of different wonderful, wonderful gifts over the years I received. Not only from my parents, but from aunties and uncles as well. Because on Boxing Day, we all used to go round to one of either Auntie Shirley's house or Uncle Terry's house. on the Boxing Day, and we got another load of gifts. It was wonderful, really. Presents coming out your ear holes. They really were. And then throughout the year, not so many presents throughout the year. Nowadays, children seem to just go into a toy shop and have a present, whether it's their birthday or not, or Christmas or not, which is different, really, not what I was used to. Now and again, we might get something, but generally it was Christmas and birthdays, and basically that was it. So, and my mother and father, they weren't particularly rich. Certainly not, just normal, normal. But if you've got a bit of money, surely you'd give something a little bit better, wouldn't you? I think you should, especially if it's a royal person, boys and girls. Now, I gotta say, I saw this story yesterday, and I think this is possibly one of the worst presents. It wasn't his birthday or Christmas, but it was just a gift coming from a TV star to a royal member of the family, namely Prince George. And David Attenborough gave him this. Now, what do you think that is? Any idea? It's a dirty old tooth from a dead fish. I mean, is that the worst birthday present you could ever... Can you just imagine being a little boy? Oh, David Attenborough's coming round. He probably wouldn't have known who he was, even though he's a very famous and very popular person. Not only with older people like myself, but also with many of the younger generation. They love him. Okay? So, as a little boy, whether you're royal or not, this old bloke turns up. There you go, I've bought you something. And gives him a dirty, old, great big, dead fish's tooth. Isn't it just awful? Dreadful. And all that money, David, you tight-fisted old so-and-so. You could have bought him a nice Scalextrics for that. Or do they play that anymore, little people? Oh, Xbox 4, I don't know what they're on. Or the Sony games thing, Nintendo, whatever. I would imagine he would have appreciated that. But an old dead tooth's fish, a dead fish's tooth. Are you for real, mate? All that money you got? I mean, I'm not being funny, sunshine, but you're well into your 90s. You can't take it with you, love. You might as well spend some of it more. I'd go straight round there immediately and take something else round there, complete with chocolate. Oh, awful gift. Anyway, he might not have it long. Malta's moaning. Malta, yeah. Malta. How are they relevant? Well, I'm just going to tell you now. Just a moment, please. Not that relevant on the map of importance, I suppose. Can't think of when we last saw a story about Malta. Perhaps that's why they're moaning about this. Because apparently that's where it's come from. The Malta people. Maltese people. The Maltese people. Nothing to do with Maltesers, incidentally, which are very delicious. Other sweets are available. Malta has demanded the return of a fossilised giant. No, this is not they're not talking about Sir David Attenborough. No, dear. They're not talking about him. Malta has demanded the return of a fossilised giant shark's tooth. I wonder if that bit anyone. Is there any blood on it? Let's have another look. Do you reckon that ever bit anyone? Did it eat someone, that tooth? Look at it. Look at the disappointment in that poor boy's face. It's disgusting. Disgusting how you could give a little boy something like that. Malta has demanded the return of a fossilised giant shark's tooth that Sir David Attenborough gave to Prince George as a gift to mark their first meeting at Kensington Palace. Oh, hello, little George. Oh, hello, little George. I bought you this. Little George. You can just imagine it. What's that for? And old William would be, that's not nice, George. Be grateful for what thy received. I mean, what does it do? Doesn't do anything, does it? A little boy receiving something like that? What does it do, Uncle David? Well, nothing. Don't get it. It's like these people that like jewellery, innit, girls? There you go with your little flash diamond or your bit of gold. What does it do? Nothing. Doesn't do anything. What an utter waste of money. Sir David said he found the 23-year-old million-year-old tooth embedded in soft limestone while on holiday in Malta in the late 1960s. You see, there you are. He's mucked up there by mentioning Malta. Now they're up in arms, they are. They want their tooth back. Someone in Malta is running around with a tooth missing. David Attenborough has handed it over to Prince George. The country was a British colony until 1964, and the Queen was head of its state until 1974. However, Maltese Culture Minister Jose Herrera said the tooth should be in a local museum and promised to set the ball rolling to get it back. What, you think having an old tooth in your museum is going to bring people there, is it? I'm sorry, Malta, but is it that you're not that important on the map of importance that you've come out with something like this, have you? Do you think people are going to come to your country to go and see this dirty old great big tooth? Is that what you think, Lovey? I mean, perhaps you could advertise it in the latest edition of the Thomas Cook Holiday magazine. Come to Malta and see giant tooth. Could be the biggest tourist attraction you have. Something like they have in Florida when they have Disney, don't they? Come to Florida, experience Disney. Come to Malta and see this dirty old tooth. I'm sure they'd come. Planes would not stop. They'd come in all the time. Boats and planes. They'd have to put on extra flights, wouldn't they? Little British Airways would be rubbing their little hands in glee. Oh, wow, Malta's got another tooth. It says there are some artefacts that are important to Maltesers. Natural heritage, and which ended up abroad and deserve to be retrieved. They need to be retrieved. What they got to do then? They got some sort of robot arm that's going to reach across the ocean and bring it back or something. I don't know. He told the Times of Malta without giving details of how he intended to recover the fossil. Or maybe they've got one of those crack teams. No, not teams that sell crack. Crack teams like police forces. Little George is going to be asleep in his bed, cuddled up to that old fishy tooth, isn't he? Like that. And then crack teams will climb up the wall while William and Kate are asleep next door. They're going to open the window carefully and then climb in unnoticed like a cat. And then they're going to pull little George's quilt over. Do you think he's got a quilt or blankets? I wonder what he's got, a quilt or blanket. Pull it out and then carefully take the tooth out and then pull back the cover and then climb back down the wall. And then back out across the water and into a museum in Malta where the tooth will be displayed as a tourist attraction. Wow. Little George wakes up. Oh, my tooth's gone. Hooray! They'd be pleased to get rid of the blooming thing. I'd send it back, George. Send it back to him, mate. Just put a little, sorry that some old codger nicked one of your teeth. Here, take it back. It says, if found in good condition, the teeth of a Carcoles megalodon, apparently that's the shark, are highly valued by fossil collectors. There's probably a few fossil collectors looking at the chat box today, seeing who's around, waiting to have their teeth collected from their heads. This is especially true of teeth larger than 5 inches. Oh, how much, girls, do we deserve more than 5 inches? Oh, it reminds me of several times at Chariots. What is that? What is that? Put it away. Sir David presented his gift after he attended a private viewing held in the palace's ground of A Life on Our Planet, his new environmental documentary. Fossil hunting in Malta is strictly regulated, and retrieving and excavating them without permission goes against the country's 2002 Cultural Heritage Act. So there we are. They want their tooth back, David. Oh, fancy giving that to a little boy for a present. I'm outrageous. All that money you've got, and you give him some dirty old tooth. No, I would not be more appreciative of it. Dreadful. Never mind, I'm sure you'll find another tooth somewhere or other. Well, good morning, gang. What a lovely day yesterday. And even today. Actually, this morning, I got the window open. It's about 15 degrees out there today, about 60 Fahrenheit at the moment, going upwards. So I'll be going on a walk later. I didn't quite go for the walk I intended to go yesterday. It was a lovely day, but first of all, I went down to the post office, posted all your prizes off that were won at the weekend, and congratulations to all our prize winners, as always. We haven't had a claim on the fridge magnet yet. 310 is the fridge magnet. Now, who was it who tried it on yesterday? Oh, I think I might have number 310. No, you didn't, darling. No, you didn't. I think, as this is the case, is someone guessing? We can't guess what numbers we have, so in future I'll be requiring an email with a photograph of your ticket to stop that happening in future. All right. So I decided to walk up to the post office, and then my mate rang, and I went over there. So I carried on walking. I went via Sainsbury's. I haven't been in Sainsbury's for 6-7 Christmas, since last Christmas. I'm not a fan of Sainsbury's. I find the staff not particularly good. I find the customers excessively rude in there. I don't like going in Sainsbury's. I like going in Sainsbury's even less than I like going in Aldi, and that's the truth of it. Don't like it. Funny, isn't it, really? My mum used to be avid fan of Sainsbury's. That's where we got all our shopping. Sainsbury's in Kingston. That's before we had mega Sainsbury's. I mean, we considered the Sainsbury's in Kingston quite a large shop, and you would not certainly consider it a large shop now. But that's where we used to do all our shopping, but I don't like it in there. Anyway, I was only after a sandwich, because what I was going to do is go for a walk and then come home and have dinner. But to be honest, the show went on so long yesterday morning. By the time I got downstairs and out, it was like 5 to 12. And I'm like, my God, how has it even got that late? So we must try and restrict the show a little bit more, dear. It's just going on too long. It's not that I don't sit here enjoying it, because I do. But it just stops me doing so many other things. So I went up to, went into Sainsbury's, got a cheese, red Leicester cheese ploughman sandwich, and a bag of beef crisps, which is suitable for vegetarians. It always amazes me that. Beef crisps and chicken pot noodles, and you read that, suitable for vegetarians. There's not a hint of beef on anywhere on there. It's all spices and things, isn't it? What give you the flavouring. So I bought those, and I fancy a little cake today, so I bought 2 very small apple turnovers. They do these apple turnovers. Haven't had one of those for ages. And I did remember last time I had one, you had trouble finding the apple, to be honest. But I bought those, and I walked up to my mate's house, and we were over there just having a bit of a chat. His other half, unfortunately, has got a little bit of a scratch on his car, which was done. He was in the car at the time, and this other car drove off, so he followed him and caught up with a bloke who offered to pay for it immediately. I should blooming well think so as well. Lovely car he's got. My mate's other half, beautiful BMW. It's a lovely car. Beautiful colour. I mean, they do make beautiful cars, BMW, don't they? And he doesn't do many miles in it, to be honest, but he just likes it. He works hard. He runs... He's one of the management team at the Runnymede Hotel, which is in Egham, right on the river. They do afternoon teas there sometimes, if you ever want to go down. Cheap afternoon teas there. They're only about 30 quid there. Well worth the money. And he's been there a long time. Andy is his name. He's been there for a very long time. And he must be very good at his job, because he's gradually moved up the ladder. But of course, the trouble is in large hotels like that, you get to a certain place. To go up, someone has to leave or move on. So you're constant waiting for that next position to come up, you know? Which might go to someone else. And I think sometimes it gets a little bit, oh, you know, I'm trying to move up here and I can't because someone's in the way. It's just, but that's just how it is. Yeah. So that's that. And he's going to get his car fixed at some point. And so we had a little bit of a chat in there, watched some telly. I had my sandwich, I had my crisps. He made us a cup of tea. And then I thought, well, you know, does anyone want an apple turnover? I got to it. No, we don't want one. We don't want. Oh, okay then. So as I open the little plastic box, why do they put it in a plastic box? Put it in a cardboard box. Another piece of plastic that's gone in my rubbish and will be there for another 100 years, won't it? Anyway, so I opened up this box. And he said, we've got donuts. Oh, have you? And I closed the box quickly. Yeah, but they're Andy's. Oh, right. And I'm kind of waiting now to be offered a donut. Oh, possibly one of those little round sugary things with the jam injected into the middle. Very, very tasty. I like those. Do you like those? Jam donuts? Yes, please. I'll have something like that. But no, nothing was offered. So I reopened the little plastic box and I got one of these apple turnovers out. And I bit into it. Can't taste any apple. So I said to my mate, I said, where's the apple in this? So I added up. Oh, no, I can taste a bit now. Well, I can taste a little bit. Then I peered in this apple turnover. Like, I've got this apple. Oh, look, there it is. A really thin bit at the bottom. Christ almighty. I mean, apples are not exactly expensive. There was hardly anything in there. It was all pastry. Very, very disappointing. You know, when you have an apple pie or an apple pasty, no, what did I say? Turnover, an apple turnover. I mean, the clue is in the title. Apple. Apple. Big letters. Apple. Where's the blooming apple? There can't have been even a quarter of an apple smashed up into small pieces and pasted on. And I mean pasted. It weren't slices of apple. That's the one thing with the co-op apple pies. You do get a decent filling in there. What is the point of selling something like that and there's no blooming filling? I bet Mick Davenport would put a lot of apple in an apple turnover. He's head of baking on this channel. He's good at it. No apple in the apple turnover. Very disappointing. Oh, we got another super chat, have we? Just a moment. Let's play the super chat jingle. One moment, please. And we have a £2 super chat from Peter. I've done that one, haven't I? One moment, please. Where's the other one? Oh. I can't see. There it is. Mick. Oh. £4.99. Is this for Paul and Lou, Mick? Paul and Lou, £4.99 super chat. Well, let me give you 5. Am I putting Paul and Lou's name on here? I assume I am. As you said, 5 tickets for Paul and Lou the loser. Am I right there, young Mick? Paul and Lou, I think I am. Okay, so let's put that on the top there. Paul and Lou. You might win something now that someone else has got you some tickets in exchange for some super chats. There you go. There you go. 307 to 311 there. 307 to 311 for your super chats there. For lots of love from Mick Davenport to Paul and Lou. There you go. In the little thing there. Oh, by the way, no one's noticed these. Look at these. Look at these. I told you. All my orchids are coming out. Aren't they beautiful? I've got some... These are all from Maureen, I think. Over the years, Maureen used to give us an orchid, like, for birthdays and presents. Just now and again, a gift, she'd bring us in an orchid. And I've got about four or five of them from her over the period of time. We had the pink ones there last week, which are now over there. I don't see that or not. Yeah, you just about see the pink ones over there, yeah? They're over there. They're enormous. I'm sure they're getting bigger every year. And these beautiful white ones, look at them. Just stunning. I had trouble getting them to hang right because if you put them around the side, they're kind of out of view. And I was determined to put those there this morning. Let's just see if Mick's happy with that Paul and Lou thing. Yeah, I'm sure he is. There we are. Paul and Lou. Yes, indeed. There we go. All right. Excellent. There we are. Now, where was I, my love? Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Mick. Yeah, so the Apple turnover was very disappointing, but there you go. And that was it. Then I walked home. It was okay. I have to say, Sainsbury's was very, very quiet. There was hardly anyone in Sainsbury's. There was no queue. There was no queue. I walked in there. It's a very big Sainsbury's. Self-service checkout. Walked straight through there. There's 8 of those, I think. 8, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, maybe there's 10 self-service checkouts, of which 2 were occupied. That's how quiet it was in there. No one there. I did have a quick look at toilet rolls. Not that I need any, because I just ordered another 120 2 weeks ago. Told you, innit? Isn't it funny? I did exactly the same last time. Just before we had the toilet roll scarce, or idiots started buying loads of toilet rolls. That's how I buy my toilet rolls. I go on Amazon and I order 120. That's it for 7, 8 months. That's it. So 6 months ago, I ordered a load and I thought to myself, oh, I'm not sure how many more I've got. So I ordered another 120, which arrived last week. And then suddenly we've got all these toilet roll shortages. So if you do run out, don't worry, I've got you covered. I've got you covered. They're £5 each toilet roll. They come posted in the... Oh, no, I might have to charge more than that, because that would be $3.60 if you want it first class in the post here. That's what it costs to send something through first class. Those little clocks and things that you receive through the post, if they come as a parcel, that's like £3.60 in the post box, Why is it so dear to send something now? Certainly not using Hermes again after they mucked that up last time. And then last night, I got my foot spa out last night. Lovely. Oh, it's lovely. The bottoms of my feet get a bit hard. I think that's due to all the walking that I do now. I do try and walk 3 or 4 miles a day. And the bottom of my feet get a bit hard. And I thought, I was looking at my nails and I thought they need cutting. So I got the foot spa out last night while I was watching another episode of The Rain on Netflix and an episode of Ratched, which is just hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious, this programme. It is. It's like I don't know how you would describe it, actually. It's like a horror comedy. It really is, and it's got this mad doctor in it. Well, he's cut someone's arms, and no, he didn't. It wasn't him who did it, was it? This bloke, he became friends with this bloke, and they went back to the mad doctor's house, and they both had LSD, also known as acid, I think. So they both had this stuff, and he gave the doctor some as well. And this bloke says he wanted different arms. So then proceeded to kill the gardener, nick his arms. He brought them in and said, I want you to sew these onto my arms. And then cut his own arms off. It's hilarious, this programme. Do watch it. Ratched. Rached. And that's on Netflix. So I watched one of those and one of those while I'm sitting there in my foot spa. And also last night I went to Aldi. Last night. That was absolutely dead. But this is how quiet it was in Aldi. You ready? I got to the till and there was no one in front of me. That's how... And you know what Aldi's like for tills? They're very fast, though. Very fast. You see a queue of 10 people in Aldi, that's no more than 10-minute wait. Maximum. They're very, very efficient. Very efficient indeed. So I got a few bits and pieces in there and came back here. And that's when I had my foot spa. Good. Let's say hello to some of you today. And let me ask you a question. Where were you proposed to? Do you remember where you were proposed to? Was there anything sort of unusual about it at all? Being proposed to? Answer me that question today. Where were you proposed to? Good morning to Diane Jeb there. Peter Wright, Michael Pohlman, Gary, 2 Tickets Ross. Morning, Gary. Daniel Woodhouse, morning. There's Gary Butler. Morning, Gary. Gary Butler is in the house. Morning, Gary. Dylan Hutchinson, good morning. Mandy Davenport. Diane Jeb, hello, my love. DSLDG2, hello to you. Steve Carter, morning, Steve. We've got some more photos coming this morning, boys and girls. They are from John Parrish, from Steve Carter, and also from Jeff. Jeff has sent me in a picture this morning. A top view of my caravan. Yes, a top view of my caravan, which I was very impressed in looking at. Okay? So if you'd like to see those pictures this morning, let's have 21 likes today. 21 likes to see all those wonderful pictures that people are on there. Okay. Let's just carry on there. Let's see. Oh, I've got to do some more names there, my love. Mick David, Michael Pullman. Hello, Denise Andrews, head of Ducks on this channel. Good morning, Denise. Hello to Fran Green. Morning, lovely Fran. All right, my love. Scrolling, just scrolling. Morning to Mark Bowles. At last, my life is complete when I see pretty boy Mark Bowles appear there. Morning, Mark. Hello, Mark there. Hello, Mark there. Andy V. Good morning, Andy V. Fun things to do with tech is in the house. Thank you very much. But I'm just get sorted these little names out, my love. Chat away to each other. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, there's lots of messages, not too many people. There we are. Christopher Woodhouse. Good morning, Christopher. DJ Chris is in the house. He's very excited. He's waiting to receive his new Sony PlayStation. They're not coming out yet, apparently. I can't remember if he's paid for it yet. But he's getting a new Sony PlayStation. What is it? 4, 5, 6? I don't know what it is. He's got a new one on order. He's a big gamer, Christopher Woodhouse. What else? Michael Lawrence. Good morning, young Michael. There's young Michael. Sherry DMP. Good morning, Sherry. Are you singing again this week, Sherry? Sherry's been singing on her channel, haven't you, my love? Hello to you, dear. Tony King. Good morning. Mr. Ray Reynolds is in the house. Our very own fossil. Hello, Ray. Have you got one of your teeth available? Prince George is collecting teeth at the moment, apparently. That tight-fisted David Attenborough has sent him an old shark's tooth. God, didn't even buy it, did he? He nicked it. Nicked it from the Maltese people. They're not happy. They're not happy. 5 Maltese people are coming over to Heathrow Airport now with masks on to slap him down. It's outrageous, dear. Absolutely outrageous. Morning to Jeff. There's Jeff. Morning, Jeff. Morning to Jeff today. Is that everyone? Nice and quickly. Come on, get all those names in and then we can get on, my loves. By the light of the moon above, I don't envy the rich in their automobiles. Is that everyone? I think we've got everyone's name in there. Right. Everyone's name. Excellent. All names are there. 14 likes there. And we only need 21 to show you our wonderful pictures today. So the proposal thing. Where's my... Here we go. Proposal thing. Where were you proposed to? Do you remember? I've never been proposed to. Oh. Never mind, eh? In the Sun this morning, a lot of thought goes into the perfect proposal. And I wondered, chaps, or ladies, because sometimes ladies do the proposing, if it's a leap year. Is that right? On leap year? Is that when you do the proposing? Huh? But it says a lot of thought goes into the perfect proposal. Do you think about it, or did you just sort of do it there and then? I think I'll ask her to marry me now. Will you marry me? Is that how it works? I don't know. With blokes and women hoping all goes according to plan. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for one unfortunate groom-to-be whose future missus accidentally kicked him in the face. Oh dear. And sent him crashing into the water. Oh dear. He got a bit wet. The incident was caught on camera and has since gone viral, with the clip showing the loved-up bloke balancing on the edge of a boat as he approached his significant other. Oh, how romantic, dear. I think I might hire a boat and 25 lads on there in the hope that one of them decides to ask me to marry them. I'm not. You can't be fussy at my age, my love. You can't be fussy anymore. Just have to take what comes, dear. You just have to take what comes, and that's how it is. With his leading lady safely inside the neighbouring boat, he flashes her a ring and appears to pop the question, sending her into a fit of joy. I shall now perform to you a fit of joy. She might not have done that. But it was all too much for this lady, who looks to have said yes. And as she throws her arms in the air to embrace her future husband, the boat she's in accelerates forward, sending them both flying. While she falls backwards, her legs thrown into the air. Oh, is it Katie Price? Oh, sorry, no. While she falls backwards, her legs thrown into the air. Ah! Look! No holes, look! She throws her arms into the air to embrace her future husband. The boat she's in accelerates forward, sending them both flying. While she falls backwards, her legs thrown in the air, she remains safe and sound inside the boat. Ah. But her bloke wasn't so lucky, as he gets a foot to the face and ends up falling headfirst into the ocean. Oh dear. We are sailing... We are sailing... Oh, that's a good one for my music round, isn't it? Just a minute. Cross the waters every day. We are sailing, forever sailing. I like Rod Stewart, do you? Is it his hair or is that the wig now, do you think? He's got a wonderful train set, Rod Stewart. He's got a beautiful train layout. Oh, we saw it in the papers last Christmas, didn't we? It was Sun or something like that. Anyway. The video has been viewed a lot on the Twitter with amused followers insisting the couple will never forget this day. Oh, but it's nice. It's still nice, isn't it, eh? Just to have anyone propose to you. Isn't it? Did you have any sort of unusual proposal experiences like that, I wonder? Good morning to LaBelle. Morning, delightful LaBelle. How are you today, my darling? It's wonderful to see your little face appear and your excellent Tik Tok videos, which I observed another couple of those last night. Thank you very much for those, darling. Keep them coming, my love. Keep them coming. Good morning to the delightful John Aitken, who is in the house today. Morning, John. My other half proposed to me in the kitchen. I was making breakfast. He'd just had his hip replacement and was on heavy drugs. Well, did you just come home from trade? Is that what you meant? Thank you, John. How lovely. Anyone else had a nice little proposal like that, I wonder? Did you go down on one knee? Did you? You know, will you marry me? I live in hope, dear. What are you chatting about there? Is that what you paid for the PlayStation thing? How much? £449, gosh. For the Blu-ray one, or $359 for the digital one. Oh, is that where you download the things on your own? I don't know. I'm not a games fan. I know, Lola, you play your computer games. My nephew likes to play his computer games with his friend Paul McIlroy. Oh, he's very delightful. Paul McIlroy. I've been trying to get hold of him for years as well. Still nothing. You know, I thought being as his best friend was my nephew might help me in there somehow, but it hasn't done. Not even a photo. Nothing. Funny, innit? I don't get it. All right. How are you with fashion? Are you I'm a fashion leader, see? Fashion leader. Don't you reckon, LaBelle? You know all about fashion, my love. You and your beautiful clothes. You know how to dress, lady. That girl knows how to dress. And so I like to think I'm a bit of a fashion leader. I think in years to come, we'll see people like Justin Bieber. Have we got any... Who's the latest pretty boy pop artist? Oh, that one with the blonde hair. Enza? What's his name? Him. Have we got any other pretty boy... Oh, yes, all the One Direction ones. That Zayn's, he's got a new song out, and he's Zayn. Zayn's got a song out. Who's the one I like? Liam Payne. Oh, yes, dear. In his pants adverts. Well, I can see all these pretty boy pop artists. They're probably watching this at the moment thinking, wow, we need one of those jackets to wear at our concerts. Little pretty boy Justin Bieber. There he'll be on that stage. He won't be wearing those ghastly clothes that he wears anymore. I mean, tracksuit bottoms, dear. Come on, Justin, lovey. tracksuit, but all that money, and you walk onto the stage in a dirty old grey pair of tracksuit bottoms, dear? This is the man you need to be taking advice from, Mr. Barry Manilow. He knows how to dress. Sparkly jackets, lovely wig, hairdo. Beautiful. Tracksuit bottoms, Justin? Come on, love. What's going on, mate? Nice clothes. In fact, you can have this if you want it. I don't know if it might be a little bit too big for you. If I'll have a word with my friend LaBelle, she'll probably be able to take it in a little bit for you. And you'll look lovely on the stage like this, because I am a fashion leader, you see. Fashion leader. I don't think it's going to be too long before small little insignificant companies like Louis Vuitton, they'll be sending me stuff soon, wanting me to wear it on the show so that people watch it and then order it. A lovely pair of trainers there for just £850, plus VAT. Nice shirts, little ties. Why go to Marks and Spencer's when you get a packet of 3 underpants for £2.99 when you can get one pair from Louis Vuitton for £1,500? Of course it's worth it. It's got the little LV embroidered in there by a little Chinese lady on £1 an hour. They've got a little LV embroidered there in the waistband. Of course it's worth £1,500. I can see stuff being sent here soon from Louis Vuitton. Those other people. Who else? Ralph Lauren. That sort of person. Harrods. I'm surprised they haven't rung yet, really. Harrods with sort of deals and that. Chris, if we send you this, would you wear it on your show so that we can sell some more? Of course I will, darling. Anything to help a small ailing company like yourselves. And by the way, could you send me a couple of your carrier bags, please? Harrods carrier bags. That's what we need when we go shopping in Aldi. Thank you. But here's a new piece of fashion for you in the Daily Mirror this morning. ASOS customers. Now, what is this ASOS? I think that's an online mail order type thing. Not 100% sure. I thought it was something to do with disabled people. ASOS, where they go and have these interviews to try and get money that that genuine disabled people should be entitled to. But it's made so difficult. And the reason it's made so difficult is because there is a lot of other dodgy people out there with no disability but know how to fill the forms in. That's why it's made so difficult for genuine disabled people who should get money to assist them with their daily lives. Not the dodgy people. Oh, I don't want to work, so I'll just tick this box this big and I'll make it look dodgy as I walk towards the office. I thought ASOS was that, but I think I've got that wrong. Anyway. In the Daily Mirror, ASOS customers have been left confused by the design of a T-shirt featuring a cutout on each side, with some comparing the look to a cheese grater. I will show you a picture in a moment. How are we doing on likes, incidentally? Let's just have a quick look. 20 likes. We want 21 likes. And I'll show you the pictures as sent in by wonderful people this morning. Photos show a fitted T-shirt with 2 gaping holes in each side, exposing the model's midriff and a large tattoo on his ribcage with the description stating it's made from lightweight scuba-style fabric. The advert came with the message, "A little bit of you, we thought so," along with 3 clapping emojis. As Harrison commented, who's Harrison? ASOS, I really cannot stress enough how much this is not a bit of me. Right, here we go. Now, do you want one of these, girls? Girls and boys, here's the latest piece of crap fashion for you. Look. I'm sorry, don't he look a bit... Oh, what's happened there? There we go. What's all that about? It's all right for people like me. We could let our fat out, couldn't we? Sometimes you get a tight pair of jeans or a T-shirt. Even my shirts. I have to be careful what I wear here. I can't have something that's too tight because I'd be uncomfortable while I'm doing the show. So I try and... even this one's a little bit tight at the moment. But there you go. Perhaps that's what that's for. To let the fat hang out a little bit so you're more comfortable. Isn't that awful? Why would you buy something like that? Oh, hang on a minute. You want to check out his shoes as well? I don't think they're part of the deal. Hang on, look at the shoes. Oh, God, look. Where's the I'll bet those shoes were like 500 quid or something stupid like that. Oh, Christ. There goes the bloody clock. Oh, God blimey. There we are. That's better. Put that back up there. Dear me. But I certainly wouldn't wear one of those. I wonder if it's cheaper as there's not so much material. It's about like those bikinis they sell, isn't it? Have you seen some of these bikinis? They're like just a piece of fishing wire, aren't they? Just a little thin piece. Thank you very much. That's £35 for that tiny little bit of material that's been stretched, probably badly sewn up as well, isn't it? Dear me. Michael Parman says, I can't look at the pineapple jacket. All I hear in my head is the song I have. A pen, I have a pineapple. A pineapple pen. Is that a song? I don't know what that song is. I've no idea what that is. John Parrish is wearing a string vest with the matching thongs here. Mick, ASOS is assessment company, Chris. They assess disabled people. I thought so. They made out I wasn't disabled because I could walk 20 foot with sticks. Oh, I've heard lots of stories like that, Mick. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. In fact, my brother-in-law's brother, did they take his car away or something like that? They took something away from him and he can barely walk like 10 steps now. I mean, admittedly, you know, it was his lifestyle that has caused this, but he can barely walk 10 steps like that all the time. No, it's terrible. Terrible, that is. Let's just go up there. Ba-bum. Plus pineapple, push pineapple, shake the tree to the left, to the right. Oh, yes. Agadoo, agadoo, do. That's the one. That's the one. Andy V says, no matter how much your undies cost, you still get skid marks on them. Well, of course you would do. If you don't wipe your bum properly, you dirty so-and-so. God, so have you not heard? This is what you need. Just a moment. I'll be back with you in a moment or two. This is what you need, Andy. You need some of these, mate. Flushable toilet wipes, but don't put them down the toilet. So you finish going to the toilet, okay? Then you use 2 of these. You get 2 out. They're quite difficult to come out, really. You try and get 1 out, and like the whole packet comes out of the damn hole. So you're gonna be just take a little bit of time and effort, Andy. You strike me as someone that wants everything handed to him on a plate, to be honest. But, you know, unless you've got a part, I don't know if you've got a girlfriend or whatever, you know, perhaps you could get a couple of pieces out ready for you so you don't have to use too much effort to get them out, dear. So you get 2 pieces of this out when you finish. Gently cleanse the anal area with these, backwards and forwards, nice and clean. Then you fold them up and place them in your bin. Preferably the bin outside, because you don't want them in the house. Shouldn't really put them down the toilet paper. And then you dry the anal area with just a couple of pieces of toilet roll, darling. All right, my love? And then you won't have skid marks like you've just mentioned, you dirty so-and-so. Clean it properly, dear. God's sake. Anyone else got a dirty... We don't want people with dirty... Please get off my channel immediately. People with dirty bums on my channel. I've heard it all now, my loves. God's sake. LaBelle says one does try to dress one's best, and you don't need to tell me that, LaBelle. I've seen you. I've seen your dress sense. Beautiful. Nothing wrong with that at all, ever. Morning to Rachel Wheatland. Morning, Rachel. John Parrish proposed to Sherry in the jungle. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, 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 yum, yum, away, yo, yum, yum, away, yo, yum, yum. Yeah, that one. Mandy poked me on Facebook and then said, will you marry me? What, Mandy asked you? I can't, but well, why would she ask you to marry her? Was there no one else available? God. See? I mean, if someone asked Mick Davenport to marry, there must be hope for me at some point. Surely. Huh? Just scroll down to the bottom there. There we are. Rachel says, Mick, you've got to be dead to get disability benefits. I couldn't get it when I was going through my Crohn's operations. Well, you've answered your own question there, Rachel, because you're not dead. That's... Isn't it awful? Andy uses them as wipes and flushes them down the loo. There you go, everyone. It's his fault. That's why all the toilets are blocking up, because Andy V keeps flushing these down the toilet. Well, I don't know what you're doing. How can you be flushing, using these, and still got a dirty arse? Dirty people, dear. Oh! John Parrish uses sandpaper. Oh, dear. Mick Davenport uses them for piles. He uses 3 as I have a bigger bum. Just 3, dear? Just 3? Morning, Steve Carter. Don't worry about wasting toilet roll. Just wait until it dries and goes crispy, then bang it off with a toffee hammer. Oh, the smell. They show you these lovely pictures that people have taken time and effort to send in to this morning. Thank you very much for those. First of all, from John Parrish. He's got an advert here for for his little business there. 1 minute. There it is. There he is. He does printing services, mugs, t-shirts, iPads and iPhone covers and much more. There you go. John does that. And there's a picture of the delightful Sherry at their other house in France. Look at all those lovely pictures there. Can you get any of those in the Range? The Range do pictures, don't they? I haven't seen any of those in there. You can get some nice pictures on eBay, actually. And like amateur artists. You know, young people, old people, whatever. On eBay. Just type in paintings or something. And I think it's always good to support someone who's not famous. You know, once you get a name, it's quite easy to sell your stuff, I think, really. Like, for example, I don't know, an author, Enid Blyton. Once you see Enid... Oh, it's a new book from Enid Blyton. You don't know anything about her, but you still buy the book, don't you? Once you get a name, I think it's quite easy to get other work. It's getting that name. And go on eBay and you can support people who... amateurs, you know, doing their thing and buying an item of their work. All right. Steve Carter has sent a couple of pictures in. Thank you, Steve. There we go. Oh, it's his little doggy. His ducks. He's got ducks. Quack, quack. Enjoying the autumn sunshine. And Peggy the dog, not enjoying the cold. Oh, who's a little man at the back there? Look, he's got gnomes. Oh, Peggy the dog with a little hat on. You're good at photos as well, aren't you? Thank you very much for those, Steve Carter, sending in a couple of wonderful pictures there. All right. And also Jeff, my caravan neighbour, has sent in a picture. It is an aerial shot, boys and girls. He says, we've just hitched a ride in the Lancaster Bomber and asked the pilot to buzz your caravan so we could take this photograph. Here it is. And then he said, did it with my drone, really? I didn't know you had a drone. Look at that. Here we go. Oh, I've got lost. Oh, that's it on here. Right, okay. There you go. Look, it's my caravan. There it is. My little caravan. An aerial shot of the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. It's buzzing around there. Yes. Buzzing around. Keeping an eye on everything. Can we not leave that up permanently, Jeff? Then it could keep an eye on all of us going around there. I was going to say to you, perhaps you could do like a flying video of all the caravans and we can point out people's bad gardening. People that haven't looked after them properly. But we might get into trouble for that one, mightn't we? Thanks very much for that, Jeff. Excellent picture. Excellent picture. Nice bums. We like nice bums, don't we? We do. I mean, some of us have nice bums, like me, for example. Perfect bum. Very peachy. But what about animals? Do you ever look at an animal's bum and think, oh, that's quite a nice... Oh, was there a little flash? I felt a little flash in here then. Was there a little flash? Maybe not. Do you ever look at an animal's bum and think, oh, that's quite a nice bum? Yeah, that dog's got a lovely bum, that dog. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Well, in the Daily Mirror today, a woman couldn't stop laughing. A puppy has gone on social media thanks to his bottom. Just another total normal day on Instagram, right? Photos of Porter, a 4-month-old golden retriever puppy, have garnered nearly 1 million likes, and with one particular capturing people's attention. A recent snap by his owner showed off the pooch's bum. In the image, the 21-year-old is holding her dog to her chest. With her arm under his bum, his fur has bunched up, so it looks as if he's got 2 chunky, human-like bum cheeks. When Elisa noticed the hilarious detail of the camera roll, she said she literally laughed and cried. You ready? Oh, no, don't fall over again, dear. It's all right there. Just leave it there, dear. Leave it there. Hang on a minute. Right, hang on a minute. Right, let's do this now. There you go. That, come on, admit it. That is a cute dog's bum, isn't it? Look. Do you think so? Do you really think so? No, don't be so disgusting looking at animals like that. What's wrong with this sick cow? Taking pictures of her dog's bum and slinging it up to Instagram. Oh, I wonder how many likes I can get for that. Thanks to the hilarious snap, Porter has since garnered lots of followers on his Instagram page. Speaking about the funny photo, Elisa, that's the name of the girl, said, initially I didn't even notice the butt cheek picture because I had taken multiple photos and immediately just locked my phone after. A few hours later, I went back to my camera and saw this infamous picture and literally laughed until I cried. Well, I think she should be locked up, to be honest. There's some very, very sick people in this world. To take a picture of a dog's bum and say it's nice, oh dear. There's something wrong with her, isn't there, eh? There's a lot of very strange people around in this world. Old David Attenborough, at the beginning of the show today, giving poor old Prince George some dirty old fish's tooth. Her with her dog's bum picture. Oh, look, my dog's got a nice bum. Something sick about these people. Sick people, dear. Sick. God's sake, man. What else have we got? Here we go. Here we go. Anyone been stockpiling? Eh? Have you? Did you go to Sainsbury's, did you? Did you go to Sainsbury's? Fill up a trolley with toilet rolls. Months ago, I told you, when you go out shopping, just get a few extra bits here and there now and again. Instead of getting a pint of milk, get a pint of milk and a pint of long life milk. Because you don't know. Better prepared. I think this virus has taught me to be prepared. Because we don't know. What if everything suddenly shut down tomorrow and no one could get any food? You want to be prepared, don't you? So when you go out, get yourself a couple of tins of vegetables. Because they last like 2 or 3 years, tins of vegetables. I've had spaghetti that's been 3 years out of date. It's been perfectly all right. Don't leave it to the last minute. Now, this lady has been stockpiling. My God, look what she's got. I'll show you the picture in a minute. A mum has told how she stockpiled thousands of pounds worth of goods in case of a second lockdown, clearing the shelves of toilet roll and antibacterial soap. She is proud to be an extreme stockpiler. Admitted she's now sorted until February. But she says she doesn't feel guilty because she's just keeping her family safe. She's got a point. She's got a point. Even if these places don't close down, If, like me, and I know some of you aren't, and I accept that, you know, if, like me, you're quite worried about what's going on all over the time, what if suddenly they say to us on the news tomorrow that 99 people out of 100 are now infected and you don't want it? Well, you're not going to want to go out the house, are you? If you've got a stockpile like this, you won't have to. So there is a point to this. She doesn't feel guilty. Her pile, which takes up a spare bedroom, 4-bedroom home at a 4-bedroom home near Yeovil in Somerset, I think it's near Mark Bowles, that, cost her around £4,900 for this stockpile. She boasts hand sanitizer, flour, masks, 200 loo rolls, 20 packets of paracetamol, 6 throat spray, first aid kits and 200 masks. Wow. Since localised lockdown started a few weeks ago, she stepped up her game. In the past 2 weeks, as more and more news of new lockdown restrictions have started and more people are getting sick, I've really taken charge, she says. That's why I've been visiting the supermarket twice a day and buying up everything on the shelves. Well, I think that's a bit much, isn't it? I thought I might feel guilty, but I go after the evening rush and again just before closing. That means everyone has got what they need and I can get discounted bargains. Do you want to know what she's got? It's a long list. 200 disposable paper masks, 200 toilet rolls, butane gas stove and camping bottle supplies of butane. Never think that the gas might go off or the electricity, because it might. It might. Coveralls, first aid kits, disinfectant wipes, vitamin D and C supplies, boxes of decorations including tinsel. Is that a necessary part of life? I don't know. Christmas treats, sweets for Halloween, 12 bottles of bleach, 24 UHT skimmed milk, a box of 24 packs of beef jerkies, 24 cans of soup, 40 pot noodles, 6 jars of honey, 24 beach bottles. What are beach bottles? I don't know what they are. Does she mean bleach? We've had bleach already. 24 toilet cleaners, 12 refills for kitchen bathroom cleaning sprays, frozen meals, frozen chicken, large boxes of cereals, and the list goes on. Even 12 light bulbs. Would you like to see a picture of her and her stash? She got a stash. I love it. Here we are. Gosh, look at it all. I mean, mine's nowhere near like that. Oh, you can't see that very well, can you? Oh, it's the wrong picture, that's why. There you are. Look at this. Gosh. Look at it. The whole room is filled with stuff. Did any of you do any stockpiling at all? Buy a few little extra bits and pieces here and there? That's what I did. Just a few extra little bits and pieces here and there. I didn't exactly go completely mad with all the stuff there. Mandy says, is she expecting Armageddon? Well, maybe so. We don't know, Mandy. That could happen. You know, this virus could suddenly take a different turn and like 90% of the people with it could suddenly die, couldn't it? We don't know. It's all a little bit of a mystery what's going on there, really. Yes, the roof does look in good condition, doesn't it? I've also got I've also got some paint on stuff. There was a couple of places that I thought there might be a leak. One near this new chimney thing that they put up, and one over. You may have noticed in that picture. Let me just show you again. Now, can you see the sun? What do you call that thing? The roof thing. Sunroof? Okay, look at the front there. Right, the nearest wall to us. There's a little chimney there, yeah? Right, so that's new. I thought there might be a little bit of a drip. That's all it was, a drip coming through there. So what I did is I got this metal tape, sticky tape stuff, and put it all around that. Now, look on the opposite side of it, okay? Behind the chimney, can you see that square thing? Now, that used to be a sunroof. But I had the bathroom done, and I could have had another sunroof. The other one was broken, badly broken, and was leaking quite badly. but straight into the bath, so I didn't do much about it. And when the bloke came, he said, well, you can have that, or he said, I can clad it inside, right across the ceiling, and he said, just cover up the thing at the back there, and all should be well. So that's what I did. That's why there's no sunroof at the back there. Not really necessary. But then we had an enormous amount of rain about a year ago, and there was water come into the light fitting. So I thought there might be, perhaps it didn't quite see enough. So once again, I got this metal tape stuff and give it a good covering over there, and it's been all right since. No more water coming in. But what I've also got there, what I've bought, it was about £16 a can, is this roof ceiling stuff. And you're supposed to paint this stuff on over if you think there's a leak, and it seals the leak and forms a barrier. I don't know if it's like rubber or plastic or something. And you just paint it on, and it says, wait till it, don't have to go bone dry, you know, leave it, I think, X amount of hours, then you can put another coat on it. It says the more coats you put on, the better, but then you want to keep it 2 days with not getting wet. So it's a shame I didn't do this a few weeks ago when we had that beautiful weather, but, you know, that's the way it is. So I've got a tin of that as well to put over those 2 parts I think might possibly get a problem. Better to do it before now it happens. Do you know what I mean? Because once it starts leaking, oh Christ, so you've got to. So you want to stop it happening before it actually happens, I think. And so I'm going to paint that on at some point there. It's let the steam out. I just opened the window for that. That's all right. Yeah, it's not like I haven't got a sunroof here. You don't really need that, do you? A sunroof and a thing or whatever they're called. Is it mastic? No, it's not mastic. Not mastic. No. No, this is a paint-on thing. Mastic is that squeezy stuff you put around bars and things, isn't it? No, this is a paint-on thing. And that should seal it. Apparently you're not supposed to... don't shake the tin. And when you paint it on, be careful. You don't want bubbles in it, apparently, for some reason. Don't know why. But that would be a little bit of work to do there. It's a very old caravan, as you can see. It's like 25 years old, but it had a price to match, you know, same as Jeff's caravan. Jeff's is quite old. He paid round about the same as for his as I did, but the difference with Jeff's, the lady who owned that did it all out inside. It's ever so nice inside. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's all new. She did all new wallpaper and bathrooms and bedrooms and stuff like that. It's lovely inside his caravan. Mine is a bit old, but it doesn't. Rubberized paint, possibly, John. Well, because obviously the tin of this stuff is up at the caravan. So when I get there, probably Thursday, I think, probably Thursday, then I'll show you what it is. But I need dry. I need to have a look at the weather and at least have the forecasters dry. Not that that's always correct anyway, but you know. Need to know that the forecast is dry before I start doing that. Shouldn't take too long. What else have we got here? Oh, the TikTok. The young people on TikTok. Well, I mean, it's not just TikTok. Young people are always taking risks, aren't they, and things. Certainly, I think I probably took risks when I was going out raving in the 90s every night. Some of the stuff I was doing there. But here we are sitting there, luckily, fortunately, in the sun. TikTok. We love TikTok. Ow! I still spend a long time watching TikTok videos. Rachel Wheatland, of course, is queen of TikTok on this channel. Well, there's a new TikTok challenge. They have these different challenges on there. Right? And it's just basically kids having a little bit of a laugh. And the older people don't always get the challenges. There was one particular one on there, and I did it. The Seizure Challenge. It was called the Seizure Challenge. And as I say, remember, it's just kids having a little bit of a laugh with each other. And basically, this music would play and it would get stuck. The record would get stuck. So it was... So you had to dance or do whatever you were doing. And at the seat, when it got stuck, you had to have a seizure. Like that. Right? Okay? Except they were generally older people who saw this sort of stuff and then said, oh, you wouldn't find it funny if you had seizures. And you're quite right. No, I wouldn't. But it was not aimed at anyone. You know, you just saw that as something offensive. That was not meant to be offensive. You know, if you're offended by it, was it someone said the other day, you must have a sadder life than me. And someone says, well, why? I saw this as a video. It might have been the excellent person, Ricky Gervais. I quite like him. I like him very much. Something like you must have a really sad life. Why is that then? When someone criticised him, he said, because when you're offended, getting all upset, I just laugh. You know, and I think that's the case. All this stuff, it's not aimed at someone who's got a seizure. Certainly not. I wouldn't do that. Why would I go to someone, look, I'm laughing at you because you have seizures. Is that what you do? I wouldn't do that. No. It's just a thing. It's just a little bit of amusement for kids and people who are still kids like me in our old bodies. That's just how it is. And certainly my post of that got a certain amount of abuse, and I don't usually... Well, I have started responding now. I generally respond in the same sort of tone that they come to me at, you know. But anyway, the latest TikTok challenge is putting teens in hospital, according to new reports. And they just do this stuff, don't they? It's not funny, really. It says it's a life-threatening... I think this is how you say it, Benadryl challenge. Now, is that a cough medicine? I think it's a cough medicine. Benadryl. Benadryl. Benadryl challenge encourages participants to take excessive amounts of antihistamines to experience a high that can cause hallucinations. So antihistamines. So that's pollen pills, isn't it? You know what I mean by pollen pills, don't you? Is that what it is? Pollen pills. Chew. So you have one of these little... You're supposed to have one a day, aren't you? One of very small tablets. You have one of those and it's supposed to help you along. TikTok previously told The Sun that it first learned of the Benadryl challenge in May and quickly removed the very small amount of content that we found. You see, the trouble is this content that kids create. One kid likes it, and another kid likes it, and very quickly that one post becomes 1,000 where they've done it themselves. This is the thing with the TikTok stuff, you see. One person does it. People don't then copy and paste, not like Facebook, because Facebook is just, I mean, some of the people on there are pathetic. All they do is repost stuff that they've seen. They have no content of their own. There's an amount of people on Facebook, it's just boring. They see a story, post it. Half of the time, they don't even check the genuineness of the story. The times you see the crap that, Facebook, quickly repost this because Facebook are going to start charging. But if you repost this to 20 of your friends, it will remain free. No, it won't. Are you that thick? Are you that thick and stupid that you really believe that? Oh, dear. And then when you reply to them, no, this is fake, they put, better safe than sorry. Pathetic. They have no original content on Facebook. A lot of people, they just cut and paste stuff all the time. Remember the amount of times we've seen people die on there. Roger Moore regularly dies 3 or 4 times a year. Oh, isn't it sad about Roger Moore? Copy and paste the BBC News article without checking the date on it. And there it is. And the date's still there. 2000 and whatever it was he died. 2015, I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter. Irrelevant. And they just copy and paste it. We can't do that on TikTok. It's all original. So if you post something, someone can't steal that and repost it as their own. You've got to do your own version. You know. So, take for example the seizure video. Someone has created a #seizure challenge. So you watch it. Okay, I'll do my own one now. And you do like that, all that business. Okay? So you can't really nick someone else's work. Which means it's quite difficult for someone like TikTok to... They might remove that one, but what about the one you've done? And you. And it's a losing battle, isn't it, really? Very difficult. TikTok, the US Food and Drug Administration has issued a new warning about the dangerous channel challenge, suggesting it hasn't been stopped. And of course, they are warning that taking higher than the recommended doses of common over-the-counter allergy medicine Benadryl can lead to serious heart problems, seizures, comas, or even death. We are aware of news reports of teenagers ending up in emergency rooms or dying after participating in the Benadryl challenge, encouraged in videos posted on the social media application TikTok. I haven't actually seen one of these. Shall we see if we can find one and see what these stupid kids are up to? Because in their heads, they don't see the dangers, you see. That's the trouble. I mean, the beauty of still being young, I suppose, is that you do take risks in your life, which I wouldn't take now. You know, for example, a good example of that is when I've been over the forest. You know, and I don't usually go on my bike, but I'd get to a steep hill and, you know, okay, I start going on. I'm half on the brake, you know, just going down, you know, nice, easy go. And a little kid of about 8 years old goes flying past, no brakes on at all. Do you see what I mean? We recognise danger when we get older, which you don't recognise when you're younger. And I think probably that kid who flew past me at 800 mile an hour while I'm going down carefully with my hands on my brakes, he's probably had a much better experience than I have. On the other hand, he's more likely to break his back than I am. You know? Let's see if we can find Benadryl challenge. And I'm not showing you this to suggest that you blooming try it, for Christ's sake. How do I spell that? I have to turn the sound off. Hang on. Oh, hang on, you silly fool. Oh, you know what I've done? I've turned the blooming Wi-Fi off on this. I usually turn my phone off while I'm doing a show now because too many blooming interruptions. My Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh no, that's not it. Benadryl. Where's the search thing? Discover, innit? Oh, that's it. DRYL. Have I spelt that wrong? BEN. Oh, I've got to have hashtag, have I? Hang on a minute. Look at me trying to work this. BENADRYL. Challenge. Let's see if we can find something. Video? Is it videos? Videos. Oh, I can't find anything. GRYL? I can't find anything. Well, maybe they've taken them all off now. Maybe they've found them all. What's she doing then? No, don't know. Sorry, gang. Don't seem to be able to find something on there. But TikTok says we are investigating the reports and conducting a review to determine if additional cases have been reported. So clearly they've got them all off there at the moment, or at least I couldn't find them. I'm actually not very good with finding stuff with search engines. For some reason I don't type in the right things. This is why my brother-in-law has told me this is why you don't get so many views on your YouTube. I'm not good at doing these keywords and all that sort of thing. I find it very, very complicated. Either that or people just don't like it when I do. Who cares? I'm sitting here happy. That's all that matters, mate. So there we are. So that's the latest thing they're doing. I'm not quite sure what this Benadryl thing does. So they're taking all this extra Benadryl and doing what? And actually doing what? Doesn't say. Does it make you do stupid things or whatever? Like acid or whatever? I don't know. That doesn't actually say what it does to them. Funny, isn't it? What do they do? Just literally open up the camera and start taking tablets? I don't know. Anyway, very dangerous. Don't try that one. Bum bum bum. Anything of interest there? Bum bum. Yes, good morning to the silent viewers. Thank you, Rachel, there. Mick, you don't want a PlayStation 5, dear. Don't bore yourself sitting there doing blooming computer games. You shouldn't sit there worrying about computer games or anything like that. Put on another episode of Dad's Army. You'll enjoy that better, and so will I. Perhaps we could have a Dad's Army evening, or Dad's Army, or something like Keeping Up Appearances. My mum used to love that. I had an aunt just like Hyacinth Bouquet. Auntie Shirley. Yeah, she was nice. I wonder if I got a picture here. Do you want to see Auntie Shirley? She's not around anymore. Ba, 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 da, ba. Have we got a little pile of these? Death cards, you know. Wonderful people that are in your lives. There she is, Auntie Shirley. Auntie Shirley. Oh, Christ. When did she die? Christ, 4 years ago, yeah. There's Auntie Shirley. She was just... See what I mean? She's just like Hyacinth Bouquet. All right, here is another one of her. Auntie Shirley. Now, most people didn't get on with her. I did. I got on. I loved her to bits. Auntie Shirley, wonderful lady. Funny, isn't it? And Uncle Terry as well. They're all here. As you get older, I'm afraid this pile of cards gets higher and higher, unfortunately. Oh, well. Rachel keeps the death cards as well. Yeah. Mrs. Bouquet. Mrs. Bouquet. What else have we got here? Meghan and Harry. Now, we reported live on this show the other morning that they were going to do a fly-on-the-wall documentary. And now the Metro is saying they're not. The the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have said they will not be starring in a reality series as part of their deal with Netflix after all. Claims Harry and Meghan will feature in a fly-on-the-wall TV show for the streaming giant have been denied by their spokesperson. Oh. It had previously been reported that a new documentary series would focus on the couple's philanthropy while also offering viewers a glimpse into their new life in the US. However, a spokesman for the Sussexes denied that was already planned for a reality show, reiterating that the only projects in development are a nature documentary series and an animated series. Are you disappointed? Oh, we were hoping to see all the rowing and all that going on. Harry has to do what he's told. Yes, like Mick Davenport. He has to do what he's told, doesn't he? By Mandy Davenport. Otherwise, we all know what happens. Yes. Oh, well, how disappointing that is. A guest on This Morning, which no one watches anymore, do they? This Morning. You are watching me now, which is excellent news. A guest on This Morning in today's Metro as well expressed his anger towards This Morning bosses after the show labelled him a toy boy for dating a woman 45 years older than him. Oh, it's a bit much, isn't it, mate? Come on. Dear me. During Monday's show, Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield spoke with 81-year-old pensioner Iris Jones and her partner Mohammed Biriham, 36, via a video link. Lucky old cow. 36 is be a nice age for me. Mark Bowles is 37. Iris first appeared. Now, this might get a little bit rude. Just a little bit. But I read it a few times and I thought, no, you're going to get away with this, Chris. So I'll read it. Iris first appeared on the show in January, where she left Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield in shock after she told them all about her active sex life with Mohammed. Iris left the hosts stunned when she revealed they used an entire tub of KY jelly after a night of passion. Oh, God, why does that make me feel really sick? She can't be making her own juices anymore, can she, I suppose? I don't know. I'm not a woman. Perhaps, girls, you'd like to enlighten us with that. Oh, bless her. Lucky old bag. 36. She's what did I say, 82? Something like that. Lucky old bag. Nothing to do with the money. The couple, who spoke from Mohammed's home in Egypt, told the story of how they met on Facebook and they have plans to get married. She's in Egypt with him. Maybe they've got their own camel. Little apartment in one of the pyramids. My niece has been to Egypt. All things took an awkward turn in the interview when Mohammed noticed that This Morning had referred to him as a toy boy. As Holly Willoughby and Philip Scarfield introduced the couple, I'm still waiting to marry my toy boy lover popped up on the screen. After Mohammed noticed what it said, he explained to the host that it makes him angry being called a toy boy. Well, what are you then? What are you then? That's what we call people like you. Toy boys. Don't we? People that attack our love, he began. It's none of your business. Focus on your lives. Go to hell, that is all. Iris then chipped in. He's very passionate about his feelings. Well, that shut old Philip Schofield up, didn't it? Not used to being talked to like that, are you? You old duffer. Mohammed continued, please listen to me. I'm angry about things on the media. People say that I'm a toy boy. I'm not a toy boy. Well, what are you then? That age. That's what it is. If you're that much younger than someone, then you are a toy boy. End of. I'm a man, not a toy, but not at 36, you're not sunshine. John Parrish, Mick Davenport, all of you are over 50s. You'll know when you see an age of like... until it gets to 40, you're still young, aren't you, really? You're still a young boy. These people in their sort of early 30s... Oh no, we're real men now. No, you're not. You haven't got to 50 yet, darling. I think I'm one of the only real men on this channel, to be honest. He says, I'm a man, not a toy boy. I am not a game. Please don't say that again. After Mohammed made his feelings clear, This Morning bosses changed the original strapline on the screen to, I'm dating a man 45 years younger than me. A whole pot of KY. A whole pot of it. A whole pot. Even I can't eat a whole pot of yoghurt. Trying to make light of the situation, Iris added, Toy boy means a game and our life is not a game. It's the name of the game and I try everything to do. Tell me, please. Perhaps you'd like me to sing that today. ABBA, the name of the game. Would you like me to sing that for you this morning? I don't know. Usually Mohammed is shy when speaking, but he's not shy in bed. She likes to tell all the details, doesn't she? This old bag. Dear me. Got much money in the bank if you're by any chance, my love? Just wondered. Just asking as a question. You know. Be very careful what you drink when you're around him, my love. When he's going out and buying you a drink. If you feel lightheaded at all after a cup of tea, get onto that hospital immediately, my love. It could be her grandson, says Jason Hughes. I know. Mandy, no wonder she needs KY jelly. She must be drier than the Sahara Desert down there. Mick Davenport, so wrong, she's virtually dead. Ooh. Christopher Woodhouse, more like a gold digger. Shocking, isn't it? Oh, gosh. I don't know really what you think about that. I mean, why would you want to go out with someone that... You can't have anything in common at all. You know, even if I went out with Mark Bowles, which I'm still waiting to be asked, there would be a complete different taste in music probably, whereas I'd be happy to listen to... Well, actually, I'm happy to listen to most sites on music, but... My music is 90s house, really, you know, when it comes to sort of, not that I go out dancing or anything like that, but sort of stuff like Such a Good Feeling and OT Quartet and John Aitken would like the same sort of music as me, I'm sure. OT Quartet, remember that one? Hold That Sucker Down. I love that one. Ba 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 ba. But DJ Chris played that at his gigs, didn't you, Chris? Hold That Sucker Down, OT Quartet. I was listening to one today, actually, just before, I got in the studio a little bit early today, so I was listening to some music. DJ Chris or John Aitken, do you remember the song by Nancy Davis, If You Belong to Me? Didn't get anywhere in the charts at all, but I played that to death in the very early 90s. Starts off with the most marvellous piano bit. I can't play it to you because I'll get done with the copyright. It goes da 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 da. Nancy Davis, If You Belong to Me, Chris. Do you know that one? I don't know if you've got another device around that you could play it on while we're doing this. Eh? Morning, Heidi. Oh, Heidi Young's made it out of bed. 10:15, Heidi. It's getting later and later, dear. Hey, you can arrange an alarm call from Sylvia, you know, Queen of all caravans, for just an extra £5 per week. She will personally knock on your door at 8:30 and advise you that the show is about to start. By the way, Jeff, are you still with us? Have we had any power cuts at all? He hasn't mentioned the power cuts. I would assume that we haven't had any, maybe. Have we had any more power cuts at all? And love to Linda as well. Good morning, Linda, if you're listening somewhere there in the background. All right. There might be a new way of getting organs to you. Maybe one or two of you had a replacement organ. One of my old primary school friends, it's an auto server, Andy Healy is his name. He had a heart and lung transplant, and he is the longest surviving. I think it was a heart, and he had cystic fibrosis, I think. Now, was it lungs and heart or just lungs? I can't remember now. Certainly lungs. Anyway, he had a transplant, and he's the longest surviving person who has had transplants. He's also done exactly what the doctor told him, never missed a tablet or anything like that, and that's the secret a lot of the time, you see. Anyway, there's a new way. Say you need a kidney suddenly or something like that. Well, there's a new way of delivering now. Kidneys were flown in the Daily Mail today. Kidneys were flown a record 10 miles across the Nevada desert by drone earlier this month, setting a record for unmanned aerial organ delivery. There you go. How fantastic is that? So to put it bluntly, I suppose someone can die, right? Someone dies. Put it bluntly. I'm not making light of this. Someone dies at perhaps the scene of the accident. You can cut out a kidney or two, stick it on a little drone that you've got with you, and straight to the hospital. Excellent service. It comes after the first ever successful drone delivery of an organ was completed last year when a 44-year-old's new kidney over 2 miles in an unmanned drone from the Living Legacy Foundation Organ Distribution Center to the University of Maryland Medical Center, both in Baltimore in the US, on April the 19th. The latest drone organ delivery completed by a Mission Go device surpasses that historic flight by travelling 5 times further. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a stretch. I feel a little bit of unstretched this morning, if you see what I mean. It was the second of 2 human tissue drone flights completed the same day. Mission Grow and the Nevada Donor Network flew corneas, you know, the eye things, 2 miles by a drone from one hospital to another, then flew research kidneys 10 miles from a remote airport to a town in the middle of the state desert. What a blooming clever and fantastic thing that is. Now, I've seen blood and organ donations going around London on motorbikes. It's not a bad way to travel around London on a motorbike. I think you can generally get in and out of the traffic. But even better than a motorbike has got to be a drone, hasn't it? Taking off from one place and then just carrying it over all the traffic and all the people and delivering it exactly where you want it. I don't know. 20 minutes later instead of 45 on a bike, or perhaps 2 hours in a car. Forget the car. Forget it. That organ ain't going to get to you before it's dead. With airlines in crisis and flights a pandemic scarcity, the flights could be an early sign that drones, not commercial flights, will be the future of organ transportation. Yeah, so I mean, if that's done 20 miles, can't be that long away where we can do drones from countries. Say we could have something, say someone's not very well in, I don't know, in Paris. And some unfortunate person's had a terrible accident here. They're now brain dead. They filled out the little organ certificate thing that you have to fill out. Okay? Family says, yeah, okay, doctor goes in, that's it, rips out a heart or a lung or something like that. Puts you on a little drone, pushes a button, and off it goes. Flies over England, over the channel, and delivers that organ to Paris. Can't be that long before we can do the distances. It's all about batteries at the moment, isn't it? All about batteries. Batteries are coming on quite well. You know, just a few years ago, you could only get a car that did 50 miles on a charge. Now, 300 miles. Some of the Tesla ones as well, aren't they? It says in the story here, every second during an organ transportation, every second counts during the transplantation process. Organs can only survive so long outside a human body. A kidney remains viable 36 to 48 hours, while hearts or lungs can only last 4 to 6 hours. So again, something like that, heart or lung, you know, to travel across London, your time is so important. I think it's great. Delivery delays of a single hour, which are common, can make the difference between a viable and non-viable organ and whether its intended recipient lives or dies. Can you just imagine that? Like, so you've, obviously you won't know about it, you've, out of the goodness of your heart, signed that bit of paper that says organs can be used. You've died. They've taken out your kidney. It's flown, but, took a bit too long to get there, so it's now useless. If you were still alive, how disappointed would you be that your item has not been able to save someone's life because of traffic? What a blooming great thing that is. All these, I love these drones and all that business. I think Jeff's got one, isn't he? Jeff's got one. And when I first saw a drone years ago, when they first came out, I thought to myself, perhaps that is going to be the flying car. You know, not a sort of plane, an aeroplane looking like a miniature version of an aeroplane. Not an aeroplane. When I first saw a drone, I thought, how about we take out the camera that's sitting in the middle of these drones and put a person there instead? Obviously, much larger drone. And you had the 4 fans. And then, blow me down, you know, a couple of years later, we saw pictures of people sitting in basically drones. Not with 4 fans. I think there were like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there were 16 fans on this particular thing or something like that. All around like that. And someone sitting in the middle. Nothing for them to do. They had obviously at the time it was a prototype. So I think they had a joystick and all that business. But this could all be automatic, couldn't it? So you're just getting, you know, could have one in the garden. And these things, again, will get smaller, I suppose. You could have one in the garden. Oh, I fancy going to London today. You know, you're push in a couple of coordinates and off it goes. Well, you wouldn't have to push in numbers. That'll all be done. Some computer boffin will do that so that you just have to type in, I don't know, Camden. Or maybe, say you want to go see the theatre, right? London Palladium. Push a button. And off it goes. Flies you across and you're there. 25 minutes later. Instead of 2 hours on the train or whatever. What a fantastic thing that would be. And there's a good example there of technology doing some good. You know, if only they spent more money on stuff like that instead of inventing new ways of killing us all. How much better would that be, eh? What a shame. What a shame we can't all get together on that. Andy V likes drones and all that. John Paris's brother had a kidney transplant. Was that very long ago, John? Is he a long-term survivor of that? Because there's certain things that they have to do with the anti-rejection tablets and things like that, don't they? John Aiken, his other half's got a drone. It costs a fortune. It only used 4 times in a year. Yeah, that's the thing, John. I've said before I'd like one. I'd like one to do opening videos. I've got an idea for an opening video, certainly at Chapel Hill in Lincolnshire, where I would have a drone basically flying along a route all along the river and ending up at the caravan. I'd like to do that at some point. But it has to be a decent quality picture. Couldn't you just use like a children's drone type thing? What you could get like 50 quid you can get a drone for, can't you? With a camera on it. No. I'd have to get something that's like 600 or 700 quid. And just like your was it your other half or your brother you said there? Sorry. 1 minute now. 1 minute. Your other half. Just like him, probably, you know, I'd make that video and then that's it. It'd be put away for 6 months, a year before I decide to make another one. You know, I just wouldn't get the use out of it. That being said, you can hire professional people who've got professional drones. You know, like what I just said to you, £8,000-9,000 drone, and they will come out for you for the day for a couple of £100, possibly. And you know, obviously, you'd prepare it right. I want to do this here and this here, and then that person would come with you and do the film that you want. Then you pay the money, and they send you the film. So that's another way to do it there, really. And also, they'd probably bet because there would be professional people, you know, able to work it. Good morning to George Bond today. Morning, George. Heidi likes classic house music, Chris and disco. You should check out Glitterbox channel. I've not heard of that Glitterbox channel on YouTube. Glitterbox channel. Oh, Jeff's not going to be pleased about that. No power cut, Chris. What, in 2 days? Oh, that's looking good. Or maybe they fixed... Do you know if they fixed anything at all there, Jeff? Do you know if they found anything wrong, or is it just how it is? Is it just how it is? Denise, replacement organs take too many batteries. No, I did wonder, you know, is it something that I was doing? And it can't be, Heidi, because it has happened since I haven't been there. Thank God for that. And I haven't got heating or anything on automatic there, so I would have to physically turn it on or something. But no, it hasn't happened since I've not. It has happened since I've not been there. I'm very pleased to report, and I'm glad about that. Oh, she's been on to Norway, have you, today? She's been on the network calls. Okay. All right. John's brother had the transplant 20 years ago. Brilliant. Brilliant, you see. You have to do what the doctor tells you, the same as I do. I do exactly what the doctor tells me, and that's it. Tony King's had quite a few drones, all built by himself. Wow, I didn't know you could do that, Tony. That's good, isn't it? What else have we got here? Should that be a news story there? 1 minute. Oh no, that's some Chinese story there. We got one more story. Okay, one more story. That's nice. One more story in the Sun. I mean, how ungrateful can people be? All these people moaning, we can't get a job, we can't work. And here is the Queen, giving them, the Queen dear, giving them a job, and they're moaning. They're moaning. In the Sun today, royal staff have rebelled. Well, they must be punished. They must be punished and whipped and lashed and trampled by the beautiful horses that the Queen owns. Royal staff have rebelled over plans to make them leave their families and work in a COVID bubble for the Queen over Christmas. Well, okay then, don't work for them. Go. Let someone else have the job. I'll be very pleased to get on my hands and knees and serve Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. And I mean that. Just imagine being a member of the Queen's staff. How fantastic. Are you allowed to tell anyone that that's the job you do, or is that like an official secret? I don't know. Apparently in the Sun, they say they are unwilling to isolate from loved ones for 4 weeks. Okay. Bye-bye. Sack 'em. Get rid of 'em. Who's going to do her dinner? She can't do her own dinner, can she? She's the Queen. Oh, that's not really fair. They've got all that money. Shut up. You're not the Queen, are you? You're just jealous. Just jealous that you're not the Queen. That's what it is. The staff were asked to provide backroom support for the Queen during her traditional Sandringham break. Oh, you can't make it up, could you? Can you imagine that? Working, where do you work? Sandringham. How fantastic does that sound? Doesn't matter what you do. You could be the personal servant to the Queen, you know, bringing the food up. You have to hold it like that, don't you? I don't know why they hold it. Why do they hold it? Why don't they just hold it like that, like a normal person? No, they've got to hold it up like that, haven't they? You could be that, or you could be the person that cleans out her toilet. But you work for the Queen. Wow. Wonder if she needs it. What could I offer the Queen? I could go and do her little DIY jobs. A little bit of painting, Your Majesty. Oh, is that your painting there? Oh, there's a little bit of a mark on there. Who did this one? Oh, little Rolf. Was it Rolf? Oh, okay. The uprising means the monarch, 94, may be forced to spend her time at Windsor Castle for the first time in 33 years, instead of Sandringham. An insider said the Queen is furious. I should blooming well think so too. These peasants must be made to work. Peasants, dear. You're peasants. Do what the Queen says. That's what you're there. You're not on this planet for your benefit. You are there for the service of the Queen. Resistance is futile, just like the Borg. The staff said enough is enough is absolutely unprecedented. Oh, don't work then. Go on, go. Someone else will happily take your job. I would personally offer my services to the Queen to do whatever needs to be done around the Christmas period. As long as I can have a little room there to carry on doing my shows. It says, everybody wants to stay loyal. Well, it don't sound like it to me. In the Sun. Everybody wants to stay loyal, but they feel they've been pushed too far by being made to isolate from their families for Christmas. The mutiny is said to involve about 20 staff, including cleaners, laundry and maintenance workers. Well, I can do all those things. Little bottle of flash. What else have we got to do? Laundry. I can do that. Oh, a bit iffy with the ironing. But I can put stuff into a machine. Laundry people. What do? They put stuff in the machine, put detergent in, and push a button. What do? We do the Queen's laundry. That's all they do. It's not exactly a specialist thing, is it? Having to wash her lovely dresses. Laziness, that's what I put it down. Laziness. And maintenance workers. Yep, I can change a light bulb. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Chris. Is it you today? Hello. Lovely. Yeah, could you pop along to the drawing room? I want a light bulb out. Oh, thank you. In your own time. Thank you. I'll be there in seconds with a little new light bulb. That would be the Queen sitting in her chair. I will have forgotten my ladder, probably. Hello, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, no, she's not on the phone now. I'm here in the office now. Thank you so much, Chris. I'm just going to put... I've forgotten my ladder. Would you mind standing up? Oh, yes, of course. If she get up, I could just stand on her chair, couldn't I? Do you want to try that now, Your Majesty? Oh, where's the switch? Oh, don't leave it to me. Because she has someone to turn her lights on. She don't do it. She's the Queen. What's wrong with you? Turn the light on. Bursts in. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. That's lovely. And a happy Christmas to you and your family. I haven't got one. Oh, that's sad. We haven't got all of ours anymore. Why is that then? Oh, Meghan and Harry. Oh, then she might... Well, if she starts crying, what do? Do you sort of just sit there and listen or what? Oh, do you give her a tissue? I'll put my hand in my... Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Would you like to dry your eyes on that? I would happily work for the Queen. And I would bow down to her. 'Cause she's the Queen. A source says discussions are taking place with the team on operational matters, but it's too early to speculate implications for Christmas. There we are. Well, they obviously don't want their jobs, do they? Sack 'em all, darling. Peasants, dear. Peasants, they must do as they're told. Like me. We must do that. We are mere peasants. And we must do as we're told. Immediately. Thank you very much. Then there's the ironing and sewing if there's a little hole. You're right, Rachel. There might be a little hole. Who fixes those? No, I know what I'd be able to do that, Rachel. I could do a FaceTime with my sister. All right, sis. Hello, Sharon. And my sister would come on the phone. All right, bruv, how is it? All right. Yeah, I've got a little problem here. I'm trying to sew this dress up. I've got the, like a yellow, perhaps. Let's do it. There's yellow. I've got this here, and it's oh no, don't use that thread. Why not? It's white. Right? Well, the dress is yellow. Oh, right, okay. You'll have to get yellow. And my sister could talk me through it, and I could sew up a small hole in the Queen's skirt, or beautiful outfits. Have you ever seen the Queen in a horrible outfit? The answer to that is no. Never, ever have you seen the Queen in an awful outfit. Every single item she's got is fantastic. You can just about see the one there in the corner of her in the pink outfit, which I quite like. Eh? Morning to Philip Hutchinson. You've no idea what it is like working for the royal household. I think it'd be easy, Philip, just do what you're told, mate. Do what you're told. That's what we're there for. We are peasants, dear. Peasants. Some of us more peasantish than others. Mick's going to do his cooking. Let's have a look there. One moment, please. John's found a lot of old great CD memories of trade. Oh, yes, happy days. Happy days. Where are we? Right. Okie doke. Yeah, actually, Heidi, you're talking about the switch there. The main boxes are very sensitive. Maybe they changed. We know the little boxes we have outside our caravans. Each one has its own little. What is that thing? That clicking thing, and it goes off if something goes wrong. Well, I had a problem with mine. About 2 years ago now, and I put too much on, and I had a full power kettle, like a 3 kilowatt kettle. I had 2 fan heaters and that, and I turned it on. Bang, everything went off. Oh no. That's when I didn't realise that we only have 16 amps coming in there. Anyway, so I went back outside of the box. And it was all right up to that point. Once that had happened once, that was it. It killed the switch, right? And I'd turn it on, and then after a while, it would click off again, even with hardly anything on. So basically, a bloke came down, and actually didn't come out straight away, I must admit. I think they were very busy at the time. Bloke came out and replaced that thing. This cutout thing. What's that called? Cutout switch? Circuit breaker. Is it circuit breaker? He replaced my circuit breaker outside for another 16 amp one, and then it's never happened since. Never gone off once since. So I wonder, is there one of those buttons somewhere else on the site, right? But a larger one that serves all these things. Maybe that button's worn out. Fuse board. Is it a fuse board? Thank you, Jeff. Maybe that button's worn out, and if they replace that, it might be that, mightn't it? So many things it could be, I suppose. But there we are. All right, gang, let's do our raffle tickets. Who wants a raffle ticket? And someone win a fridge magnet next Monday, okay? So if you'd like a raffle ticket, please speak now. Oh, gorgeous ones. Good morning to Maureen. I haven't watched another episode of Land's Girl yet, no. Lots to watch on the telly at the moment. Really lots and lots to watch. But I don't have much time to watch the telly. I'm always up here doing something else, Maureen then, 421 for young Maureen. Thank you, Maureen. Michael Pullman, 422. George Bonds, 423. George, my nephew, was watching your channel yesterday, and he said there was nothing happening. It was just a picture of your room. What's the point of that then? What does that do? You need to put on some entertainment for people to watch, dear. No point in just leaving your camera on, unless there's something to look at, like perhaps outside a window. There's an idea for you, George. You could put it outside your window. Obviously not your garden, because there's nothing happening out there. But perhaps outside your front window. You'll have something going on the channel to attract attention, dear. You know, perhaps you've got a bird's nest close by. You could put it on a bird's nest, or we could watch the birds come in and out. Yeah. Is that right? You had this camera on apparently for about 3 hours yesterday, and it was just your bedroom. That's what my nephew said anyway. Gary Butler, who's incidentally head of YouTube, just in case you didn't know that. Where are we now? Where did we get to? George Bond is 423. Rachel, 424. Denise Andrews, head of Ducks, 425. Peter Wright, 426. Oh, you had that? You did that as well, did you? Yeah, the trouble is it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, Heidi. And I'm like, well, why has that gone off? Because I didn't know. I didn't realise. I knew the fuse had gone. And of course, I didn't know where it was either. Really, I thought it must be outside somewhere. And that's when I discovered the square boxes outside. Actual fact, 16 amps is not the lowest. There are caravan sites with 8 amp things on them. Some of them have upgraded now to 32. There are sites with 32 amps on as well. So we're kind of halfway there. I can't see us upgrading ours. I can't see that happening really. We're just stuck with 16, but that's kind of all right. I've got a low wattage kettle now. I've got a camping kettle. Takes a little bit longer, but not much longer. It's like only 700 watts, so you can have everything on. It's never cut out since I had that fuse replaced, and now I know sort of what you can and kind of can't do there. My two computers and the air conditioning thing use hardly anything, actually, really. Jason Hughes, 427. In actual fact, Heidi, I have to tell you, I've had on my air conditioning, microwave, kettle, and George Foreman grill all on at the same time, and the television, and they're all sort of quite high rating things, aren't they? And it's never flicked off since they replaced that fuse there. Jason Hughes, where's Jason now? There he is now. Jason's 427. Diane Jebb, 428. Tony King, 429. Fran Green, 430. Remember, gang, you need to know the numbers. You need to know the numbers, my loves, all right? Thank you, Philip Hutchinson. I know you're a quiet watcher, Philip. That's all right. You do what you want, mate. Thank you, Philip. 431 for you, Philip. Heidi Young, 432. Ross Herndon, 433. There's someone that's not won either. Ross has never won anything. Never won. Jeff, 434. Gary Ross, 435. Mark Bowles, 436. Where are we now? Bum. Is that everyone? One moment, please. Blah, blah. Is that it? Is that everyone's raffle tickets? If I've missed anyone out, please speak now, my gorgeous friends. Meanwhile, let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this, Tuesday, the 29th of September, 2022. Bart James Hannaford. Hello, Bart. One of our little black cat customers. Happy birthday to you, Bart. 43 today. Gosh. Where's that gone, eh? Happy birthday, Bart. Adam Jones. Good morning, Adam. Happy birthday to you. Karen Pottinger. She's my neighbour. My neighbour here at the house. They're away at the moment in Lake District, I think. I think they're in the Lake District. And such a delightful lady. Her and her husband, Dave. Again, I've got fantastic neighbours here. I've got fantastic neighbours. And I'm not rubbing your back there, Jeff. Fantastic neighbours at the caravan. Very lucky. I know some of you haven't got such good neighbours, and it must be a nightmare to have someone noisy living worse, bad enough next to you, but even worse on top of you in a flat, in like a converted house. It would just drive me mad. But happy birthday to Karen Pottinger today, 60 years old, and I hope you're having a nice holiday there, Karen. Benjamin Austin today is 32. Happy birthday, Benj. Richard William Bolan, happy birthday to you. Jenna Blaney, is that Jenna from... Hang on a minute, I must have a look. I think that's Jenna from Belushis, is it? I'm sure it's you, is it, Jenna? Yes, it is. Hello, Jenna. Oh, look at you now. Gosh. And you've got a family now as well and everything, Jenna. Wow. Wow. Happy birthday, Jenna. Sometimes people I've worked with years ago, generally in Belushi's, funnily enough, rather than the gay pubs, it's the straight, for some reason, the straight people stick in my head more than for the gay ones for some reason. And I work with these people like 10 years ago, and then I'll wish them happy birthday and post it on the wall. And you do remember me then? Absolutely, yeah. We worked together. Happy times in Belushi's. Hard work. For me, it was hard work in there. It was trying to keep control of all these rowdy students and all that while I'm doing my karaoke. Of course I remember you, darling. And everyone else. Happy birthday, Jenna. And happy birthday today to Marco Bolli. Is it B-O-L-L-I? Did I say that? Bolli? Bolli. Happy birthday today to Marco Bolli, who is today... Does that have your age on there, Marco? Let's see if I've got your age on there. It might not be on there. Marco Bolli is 47 years old today. Happy birthday, everyone. Here comes a little song for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Rachel is saying there we have lovely neighbours. Can't hear them much anyway, as our house is detached. Yeah, if or when, well, I'm never quite sure. If I was to ever buy another house, it would certainly be in Lincolnshire, but I'd have to have a detached now, you know, detached. I'm terraced. I never hear my neighbours, never. These are very well built houses. Ex-council house I'm in, but I would want a detached one as well, I think, something like that. Is that everyone's raffle tickets? Everyone happy there? Right, okie doke. All right, gang, it's time for our little daily game of bingo. Bingo time, gang. You should have got your little ticket through the post today. And the winner, of course, will... If anyone's leaving us here at this point, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to join us for quiz night tonight, 8 o'clock. Oh, actually, I still haven't done I've got a couple of questions to write for the current affairs round. I just haven't done that yet. Our quiz night tonight, 8 o'clock, is quiz night time, live on this channel at 8 o'clock. Tonight, all right, so join us for our quiz. If you want to go down to a pub and play the quiz, I would go tonight, because I'm not sure they're going to be open in a couple of weeks' time, but Central Station in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross, plays our pub out on the big screens with a loud sound in there as well, and other people playing along on the distance tables, okay? That's Central Station tonight, quiz night from 8 o'clock. They've also got special offers on the food and all the drink in there. The house down the road is up for auction, Chris. You mean the little white one on the corner? Yeah, I've looked. Have you seen the state of the garden? Is that the one you mean? I'm sure it is. What's concerning me, I looked on the outside. There's a couple of things concerning me on that. Number one, that corner. If it's the one I think you know, it's the one what I'm on about then and why they go. It's the one, it's on that road that goes like that, and then there's a very sharp right. Now, I wonder how many cars have banged into those houses. Or worse, lorries. And I'll tell you why. I was coming down that road once. It was December, January, 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was a frost on the road. And you could see the frost. And I'm not going particularly fast. I don't go particularly fast down that road anyway, with the bumpy road, you know. And I was just coming up to the two houses on there. There's only two, isn't there? Two houses there. Coming up to the turn. And I turned my steering wheel. And it didn't go round. It carried on going forward and started sliding. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to end up in that ditch. Fortunately, there's no. I thought there was water in there, but there isn't. I thought I'm going to end up in a ditch. And for some reason, it just suddenly picked up the road and then turned. And I do wonder, number one, how many cars have bashed into those houses over the years? And number two, if you get a chance, Heidi. Oh, your mum lived in the house next door. Is that right? Is that right? Of course there is. There's a telegraph pole right outside it, isn't there? Yeah, it was underpinned, was it now? Oh, okay. Because the other concern I had was that there's not much garden. There really isn't much garden there at all. On the other hand, the back of the house looks out onto the fields. Although it's not south-facing, that's south, north, south. It's west-facing, isn't it? It's west-facing towards the fields. So like that. But it did concern me that there's a small bit of garden and then there's that runoff to the field, which is quite deep. And I thought, oh, that looks like it's about to fall in. But it was it? Okay. So I don't know. You reckon it goes for about £50,000? Really, no offers? Barstow Eves, if I'm right. Barstow Eves, that's the estate agent, isn't it? I looked. Believe me, I looked. And I also believe, I'm not sure if they've got internet there. It doesn't matter, I've got 4G internet up there. Works very well. Actually, Jeff has just got the 4G internet as well. I don't know if he was with us yesterday. Jeff's just got the 4G internet and he doesn't need the aerial. He's got the router in his window and that's fine. You might find, Jeff, on a Saturday morning when the gas man comes round, if he stops outside your house, you lose your signal. I don't know why that happens. Well, it must be coming in that front window. So the lorry's quite high, you know, and it stops the signal getting in. But you see what happens. If you take the crap out of the garden, it's bigger than you realise. I'll have another look, Heidi. I'll have another look. 50,000, eh? What's it? Have you been inside? Have you been inside it? Oh, maybe we'll be bidding against each other, Heidi. 50 grand, eh? I mean, I could sell something then, and that's very tempting. The trouble is, I like the caravan as well. Yeah, I do like my caravan. I like the position of it. I like the people on. I've never seen anyone sort of that I don't like on the site. You know, sometimes you get someone. Oh, I don't really like them. No, not the case. As you walk round, you say hello to people and all that, don't you? As well, you know. Mick Davenport wants a ticket. Too late. We stopped doing it, Mick. Sorry. That's just how it is, really. Mick Davenport, 437. I've got the devil in me today. Right. Are you ready for our daily game of bingo? I've told you about the quiz tonight. 8 o'clock is quiz time tonight. Daily game of bingo now, boys and girls. You should have got something in your post. Let's bring up the bingo board there. There we are. All right, get your tickets out. We're going to about start in a moment or two. Worry not, Heidi. It's nice to have a little bit of a chat with people sometimes, darling. While I'm not doing my stories. Did you say you'd been in the house or not? Just making a note. Because it's an auction thing, isn't it? It's an auction thing. Looked online. Needs a lot of work, does it? Oh. I'm not someone who does work in houses. I'd have to get people in. Mind you, 50 grand. Say even if you spent another... I mean, how much work? That's the question. Why is that for sale? Has someone died? Or just moving on, whatever. It is a mess, that garden. Absolute mess, isn't it? Oh, hello, Shania. Hello, darling. All right, little Shania's there. 438, Shania. She'll be watching quietly from work, hoping she's not going to get caught. Oh, look at the time again. I wanted to finish a bit early to get me walking properly. Right, come on then, let's play bingo. Are you ready? Everyone ready for bingo? Here comes your first number out of the ball box. 4 and 5, 45. Let me put these over here. Get my keyboard. 2 untalented Jemma Collinses, 88. Hello, Tracy. It's my niece. Say hello to my niece, Tracy Clifford. She's the mother of George, who we all sung to on Sunday night. Sunday night. That's George's mum. He was 8. No, don't mark off 8. Sorry. Don't mark off 8. That number hasn't come up. I'm just telling you the age of... I've got a great nephew who's 8 years old. Can you believe that? Yes. Hello, Trace. We're just doing the bingo now, darling. She's in Cyprus, bless her heart. Okay. Right, let's get on with it then. 2 fat Jemma Collinses, untalented, 88. 1 and 2, 12. 4-0, blind, 40. 6 and 5, 65. All the 5s, 55. 8 and 9, 89. 5 and 1, 51. 2 and 5, 25. 4 and 6, 46. 2 and 1, 21. 4 and 7, 47. 1 and 5, 15. 7 and 9, 79. Was that on Right Move, Heidi? That one, was it on Right Move? I can have a look on there. 6 and 7, 67. 2 and 8, 28. 3 and 9, 39. All the 3s, 33. 2 and 4, 24. 6 and 9, 69. 3 and 7, 37. 8 and 5, 85. 6 and 2, 62. All on its own, one little duck, number 2, quack. 6 and 4, 64. 6-0, blind, 60. 3 and 8, 38. 1 and 9, 19. 19. 19. 9-0, top of the shop, blind, 90. 7 and 8, 78. 7 and 2, 72. 7 and 4, 74. Philip, did you not know Jemma Collins is? No talent. No talent whatsoever. Try and pick up one of her shows and you'll see what I mean. 3 and 4, 34. All the 6s, 66, clickety click. Mick says move to Lincolnshire. Everyone keeps telling me that. Move to Lincolnshire. Do you know what? I got this picture in my head of small people just turning up, you know, on their bikes and things like that. Just come round to see you, Uncle Chris. I'll be straight in the kitchen. Right, what do you want to eat? Like a mummy. Mum says we're not allowed to have sweets. Oh, shut up. There you go. My nan used to do stuff like that. She'd give us £1 or something. Yeah, take that money. Don't tell your mother. Here you go, Harry. There's a bar of chocolate. Don't tell your mother. She's not watching, is she? 6 and 3, 63. Thank you, Buster Reeves. I'll have a look, Heidi. Thank you. 6 and 3, 63. And it's small, isn't it, that place? Because a lot of the places out there, they're like 3 bedrooms. And I mean, I've got 3 bedrooms. I don't need 3 bedrooms. Just a blooming store cupboard, that is. Really. 1 and 7, 17. All on its own, number 7. 5 and 2, 52. 2 and 9, 29. All the 7s, 77. All the 4s, 44. 8 and 3, 83. All on its own. One click, number 6. Yeah. Fill them with sweets and then they get home. Here's your dinner. Oh, we're not really hungry, Mum. Why's that? And I've already told them not to tell Mummy. Oh, no more sweets. All on its own, number 6. 2 and 6, 26. 7 and 3, 73. 5 and 6, 56. 2 little ducks, 22. Quack, quack. 8 and 7, 87. 3-0, blind 30. All on its own, number 3. 4 and 2, 42. 4 and 8, 48. 2-0, blind 20. All on its own, little number 1. All on its own, little number 9. 5-0, blind 50. 2 and 7, 27. Boris's Den, number 10. 7-0, blind 70. Mick Davenport, my nan used to say you need to lose weight, and 2 minutes later she'd offer me cake. Yeah, or there'd be cake. There would always be sweets and cake in my cupboard in case they turn up. Little Evie on her bike, she'd come running along. Knock on the door, there'd be a small... Well, she won't be small then. She's already quite tall, Evie. She's 7 years old, Evie. I think she's 7. Or is she 8? No, I think she's 8. Is she the oldest? Evie's the oldest. No, I'm sure she's 8. Evie's 8. Evie's 8. 7-0, blind 70. Oh, Christ, there's Evie's mum. They would tell me just to grass you up, dear. They would. They do that. They do that. Do you know what? I see these two, Evie and Harry, doing bad things. I never tell their mum. Oh, I've just seen Harry doing it. I've just seen it. I never tell them. I do something. Mum, Chris just said a bad word. I'm serious. They grass you up, those two. All on its own, little number 5. She is 8, is she? Good morning, Stacey. Number 5. 1 and 6, sweet 16. 7 and 1, 71. 5 and 7, 57. What is she? 8 years old now. My niece, great niece, Evie. Yeah. Just think, she'll be 16 soon. In another 8, she'll be 16. Yep. Oh, I've just come to take Evie out. Boys will be knocking on the door. Not before I see them, they won't. She ain't going out with no ugly boys, darling. I will need to see pictures of them first. We need to take the gay aspect of them, where you can see the delights of looking at a boy and how good that. What job have you got, please? Oh, I haven't got a job. Oh, bye-bye. Bye. Oh, but I'm getting one up. We'll come back when you've got the job, darling. Bye-bye. Off you go. No use hanging around there waiting. She's not coming out. Bye-bye. Oh, Christ. Look, Paul and Lou have arrived. You don't even know, do you, Paul and Lou? You don't even know what someone done for you today, do you? Rude. You don't even know. Christopher Williams, I'm at the library and I have to say the quality is very clear. Well, of course it is. I'm offended. The quality of this programme is always very clear. It's only you with your crap internet and computer that's the problem. It's not us. It's not us. It's a professional setup here. It's not amateur. It's not amateur television. Four and 1, 41. 6 and 8, 68. Oh, someone's nearly won, look. 3 and 6, 36. Oh, there's Mick Davenport. Mick Davenport might have something to tell you today. And no, don't tell him, Mick. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Make him watch the recording later. Yeah, that get me another number up. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. No. Bleeding turning up, just gone 11 o'clock. Are you taking the mick or what? Are you taking the mick? 2 minutes past 11? We've been here since 8:45, all of us. Don't tell him, Mick. Make them watch the recording later. Morning to Parkness joining us a bit late today. Morning Park. And another one. Gone 11 o'clock. It's outrageous, isn't it, Chris? Absolutely outrageous. Don't tell him, Mick. 3 and 6, 36. All the ones. Legs 11. Do you do dash? Have you got a dash cam channel with your Parkness? I've seen a few of those. They're very good. They're very, very good, though. Dash cam channels. Send them all to the police, darling. Get them all nicked. Bang them up. 4 and 3, 43. 1 and 4, 14. 5 and 4, 54. 2 and 3, 23. 8 and 2, 82. All on its own, little number 4. Amateur show. Want to get you some of your equipment sorted out. Always on it. Oh, it's buffering. Nothing wrong here. It's your end. Because you've got cheap internet. Yes, you have got to watch the whole show back again. Yes. No, actually you haven't. Within the first half an hour, I would say that happened. Something happened in the first half hour. Wonder what? Not telling. We're not telling you. It's like all these people, they get old and start going to church. Too late. Isn't it, Shania? Isn't it, Shania? Isn't it? Have you seen them in the hospital on their deathbeds? Oh, I think I've become Catholic now. Too late. Those stairs are not taking you to heaven now, sunshine. Have you even actually sung a hymn at all in your entire life? No. Well, you ain't coming in then if you ain't been singing to me, are you? He's up there waiting with his book. Probably got an iPad now. Oh. Oh, who's this now? Oh, it's Paul and Lou. Hello, Paul and Lou. Don't seem to have your names there. Can you just tell me when was the last time you came to church? Ah, that's why your names are not here. Bye-bye. Bye. Down you go. He pushes a button and these doors open up and you go straight down into hell to burn forever and ever. Amen. Jason Hughes is moaning out. Greg's waiting for me. Well, go. Go then. Go. We don't care. Bye-bye. Five and 3, 53. Oh, 3 and 1, 31. We have a winner on 31. Here comes the bingo clock. You now have 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim your prize. Ready for the music? I think so, Philip. I reckon he's probably got an iPad now. He won't have a tablet. I broke a tablet last week. That's cost me 65 bleating quid. Harry's tablet I broke. We were playing Buckaroo. I was the horse, and I bucked him onto the settee where he landed on his little Google thing tablet. Oh, Jason Hughes has won the bingo. Fancy that, Jason. Good job it didn't go to Greg's and feed that fat face of yours then, innit? What could I have to? How many sausage rolls do you have in there anyway? Do you just have one item? I bet you don't. Or I'll have a sausage roll. Or I'll have a pasty, Cornish pasty, please. Can I have a ham and cheese roll and some Tottenham cake? Tottenham cake with the pink icing on the top. Right, let's check the numbers then for Mr. Jason Hughes tonight. We have number this morning. We have number 1, 19, 25, 27, last number 31, 44, 48, 52, 56, 68, 69, 70, 72, 83 and 89 for Mr. Jason Hughes. Congratulations, Jason Hughes. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone I'm not in love with you. Because you are not Mark Bowles. He is the only one for me. I say hello, hello, hello. Ooh, I think I could write songs. Perhaps I could write a new song for Katy Perry I like crying when I see environmental things. I like to cry and I like to get attention for myself in all the newspapers because I like to cry. New song from Katy Perry as written by Chris Reardon. Christopher Williams. At least I have enjoyed the game. I think part of the problem was the security issue, hence why I couldn't play yesterday, but in the event, made up my own ticket. How interesting. Peter Wright's going to be cleaning today. Is that it then? Are we finished now? Oh, we haven't given Jason Hughes a ticket. Maybe they could bring up... What are those little things that the Chinese have? No, not people. The little things where you open it and there's a little message inside. Those things. We could do... Greg should do that with our pasties. That'd be an idea. Pasties with messages in them. You bite in and there's a little bit of paper with a message in it. I love you. I wonder if you'd get that message, Jason. Jason Hughes, number 439 for Jason Hughes. Thank you, Jason. 439 for Mr. Jason Hughes. There you go. Heidi says, yum yums. Oh, yum yums. My mate likes those yum yums. I'm not keen on those. Yum yums. Do you like yum yums? Yum yums. Peter Wright had a bad ticket today. Is that everything? Right, have we done the birthdays? Oh dear. Fortune cookies. Thank you, Mick. They have fortune cookies in China. Ha! China! They have fortune cookies in China, don't they? They open these little things. You open a little parcel. They're all the same message at the moment. You open the parcel, it says, you are going to get coronavirus. Don't they? Once again, I say to you exactly what... I think it was Ricky Gervais. I say to you exactly what Ricky Gervais says. If you're offended, then you must be a really miserable person. I'm very lucky. I find life funny. That's why I'm happier than you. Thanks very much for joining us today. I'll see you again tonight at 8 o'clock for our weekly quiz, which you can also go along to Central Station and play there and get a decent offers on the food and the drink there. If you're not along for the quiz tonight, then I'll see you again tomorrow morning around 8:45. Have a lovely day. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Cheerio now.